everyone, I've come on to do a mass make video, and what we're going to make is some scrunch pockets. So we're going to be making them out of some, this is the kind of paper you get in packaging, usually from Amazon. Now I've seen other videos of this done, I'm not the first person to do this, and in fact I'm doing it for a swap in one of the groups that I'm in. So what I'm going to do is tear my paper down to around the size I want for a journaling card. I'm going to use my ruler to tear it. You can cut it, you can do it with your chopper, do what you like, as long as you end up with a piece of paper that's roughly the size of a journaling card. Here's a journaling card, so I want a bit off this side, don't I? I want it roughly torn. I'm not, you know, I don't want it to be perfect, so, and I'm making it a tiny bit bigger than the journaling card. There we go. So I've got some pieces of paper the size of a journaling card. So I'm going to make a full one, show you what we're going to be making, and then we're going to do a mass make of them. So I'm going to arrange my pile of things. So I've got some pieces of this paper cut or torn to that size, and then I've got some book pages. I've made the book pages a little bit smaller than that page, as you can see, and I have taken them to my sewing machine and sewn around them. So you do not have to sew around your things if you don't want to. Here's my book pages, and I'm going to tear them down to just a bit smaller than my backing paper. There we go. I'm just tearing the, let's see, let's tear the top off. And then this side, I don't think it needs to be much narrower than it will be when I've torn this white off. If you have stamps and you do stamping, it's a good idea to save this paper to stamp words onto. Yeah, it's quite good for that. There, you see, so that's, if I tear that off about here, save that bit, it'll be good to back up words and things. Yeah, so that's going to fit nicely onto there, isn't it? So I'll do the same with this one. So we want it torn off here. And then just the white. As I say, you don't have to tear it off, you can cut it off. If you want to leave the white on, leave the white on. I've sewn around some of mine. You don't have to sew around it, but the option is there if you want to. You could draw around it with a black pen and it will look like it's been sewn. I'll show you. Let's get a black pen. This one's a bit tatty. Right, pop my paper to the side and I'm just going to draw around it in a line with a black pen. She says my pen's not working. Typical. Flipping typical. Here we go. I'm just drawing in from the edge a little bit, a straightish line. Do it in any colour you like, you don't have to do it in black. But that will suffice. There you are. Not a lot of difference in it, is there? It gives the same look. So I'm going to do the same. I might do zigzag on this one. Active sewing with your pen. So that's that. So now the next thing I'm going to do is the idea is that these pockets have some texture to them. I'm going to screw up my paper. This is my backing paper. I'm going to give it some texture to it. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's my scrunchy back paper there. Give it a good old scrunch. And then this is going to be the pocket on the front. And I'm wondering, no, I think that'll be okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to glue this. I mean, you could have stitched it on if you wanted to, if you're going to sew it anyway. Just don't stitch across the top there, because that's going to be the pocket. So I'm going to glue down the 3 sides. Keep the top open. And just glue round the 3 sides. Okay, glue that on sort of roughly in the middle. There we go. And then what I thought I would do is put a bit of tissue paper on top of that. It's nice and scrunchy as well, isn't it? I'm going to use it as the backing for my picture, for the main focus of this pocket, if you like. I'm going to use it as a backing for that, so it needs to be a bit smaller, doesn't it, than that piece of paper. This came wrapped round a journal I received today, the most beautiful journal. Oh, I'm so thrilled with it. Right, so I want it about here, I think. I'm just going to use it as a bit of backing, and because it's a crunchy sort of paper, and it's all like scrunched up, it should look good on there, I think. I don't want it too big. I've got some white as well. Let's glue this on. I can use my glue stick for this one. Then I'm going to put my focus piece on there. So the focus in the group that we're doing, they need to be bird themed. So I have some bird, now where have I put them? My husband brought me home a donut today, bless him. He was at a party of a, would you believe, a shed opening, and they had these lovely donuts, and it was wrapped in this tissue paper, in this napkin. So I salvaged some of the napkin because I thought, oh, it's so pretty, and it's got birds on it, look. Oh. So that, I think I'm going to cut one out. So I'm not going to fussy cut it. I'm just going to cut around it. Sort of kiss cut it, I suppose. I want the white to show, otherwise the bird's not going to show up on that purple, is it? And what we have here is a little blue tit. Yep. We do see a lot of those in our garden in the summer. Look how pretty that is. Oh, that came out a lot prettier than I expected it to, you know. I'm going to just pop it on there. Oh, look at that. I love that. Ah, so pretty. Oh, look at this little bird in here. This would have been a good alternative as well. That one. I've actually got 2 of those. Look at that. I'm going to go with this one on the tissue paper though. And to be careful, I'm going to tear it if I'm not careful, aren't I? I'm going to put some glue on here like this. And then put the bird on that, because if I do it, try and put the glue on the back of that, I'm going to ruin it, aren't I? There we go. Ah, so cute! And then I want something to put in here. I might make some little tags to put in there. So this is all recycled material that I'm using, isn't it? It's all recycled. So that's that done, and I've got the pocket to go in there. It can be written on the back of as well. It can be a journaling card. It can be held into the journal with a paper clip. It can be glued on like that. And I want to put something across here, like a word or something. Let me find my words. Got that nice blue colour there. I think I've got some in lilac, not lilac, I've got pink. And I've got this blue, some words in that. Miracle, inspire, sparkle, memories. I don't think any of those are going to really be any good, are they? Smile would have been, might be okay. Live for today I could do, couldn't I? Live for today, laugh out loud. Oh, I'm so thrilled with that, you know. It really does look nice, doesn't it? Live for today I think we're going to have on there in the blue. That's a good idea. Where's my scissors? Oh, I love it. And I want something to put in the pocket. Does it need anything else? I really don't think it does, do you? I don't think it needs anything else. I think it's just gorgeous. So let's find something to put in the pocket. I do have some finished tags up here. It says finished tags on it, but they're probably not finished, if you see what I mean. I have some that are finished and some that are not. So let's see what we've got, if we've got one that will fit in with the bird theme. Yeah, so this is what we're going to make. We're going to pop a tag in it. Let me cut these tags a little bit smaller. I think I've got two there, haven't I? I want them, that is a really good size actually, so I want them about the same size as that one. It fits nicely, and then we can call that one finished, and that will go really nicely. Plant seeds of happiness and your garden of friends will grow. Plant seeds of kindness, I think it was. So this is all recycled. The tag was one that I made earlier. It wasn't really recycled, the tag wasn't, but the rest of it was. Yeah, let's get ourselves set up for this mass make. So I've got the papers to go on the top just there. I've got the papers to go underneath just there. So let's get a little assembly, this is what the word I was thinking of, assembly line going. So I've got my tags there as well. I can sort those out as and when I need them. So I've got the brown there, I've got the words there if I want a word on it, I've got the things to go on top there, and I've got a pile of tags there that I can alter and use. So scrunch up your papers, that's the first thing to do, scrunch them all up. So that's my scrunchy paper, let's open that up now. That's it, it's all crinkly and scrunchy. And then I want one of these on top of that. Glue around the three edges so that it is still a pocket when you're done. So don't leave the lid off your glue, Jay. That's what I do all the time. So that's one done. Now I've lost my paper, I've got it all screwed up at the side of me and I couldn't find it. Now another one. We'll get the basic pockets made and then we'll decorate them. So yeah, get yourself an assembly line going and pause the video if you need to pause it to go and get your supplies. Let's do a make along together. This one, I did a fancy stitching around there. So, you know, you could just, if you don't want to sew, it doesn't matter. You could do a little fancy squiggly drawing around the edge of it, couldn't you? That would be alright. So which is the top? That's the top. So I had a bit of a mishap this morning. I before I went to the dentist, I had to go to the dentist to pick up my, I've had a mouth guard made and fitted to stop me chewing my cheeks in the night. The dentist was quite surprised at how badly I chewed my cheeks. Anyway, I've got this mouth guard. Before I went to get it, I was busy taking beads out of toys we'd got for Layla. Layla likes to have a stuffed toy to chew, and we buy ones from Car Boots, you know, for not much money, and we don't buy her the nice ones. We buy her, you know, I wouldn't give her well, I mean, I would give her a nice one, but she will only ruin it, so I don't give her the nice ones. I save them, you know, the child might like those. So when the last lot I got from Vinted, they were something like £1 for this bag full of stuffed teddies. I did run them by my grandchildren first, and Dax did take a couple of them, I think. And then we went to get her one the other day and realised that they've got beads in them. We always check if they've got beads in them and you know, take the beads out. So I took the beads out this morning for her before I went, and then I noticed that my granddaughter Rosie had left her balloon blown up, and it's been blown up for about 6 weeks. It's, you know, it was one of them. I thought, oh, she's not using that. I'll, you know, burst the balloon, and I'll deflate the balloon and I'll pop it in the bin. Well, the balloon was full of those same beads that I'd taken out of the dog toys, and I couldn't get the blooming thing to deflate because the nozzle of it had, you know, the bit you blow up, it had all stuck together, and I couldn't get it. I thought, oh, I'll just burst the blooming thing, and I had those beads all over the flipping floor. I thought, what an idiot. What a silly thing to do. Yeah, anyway, not to worry. I ended up spending the next half an hour picking up these teeny tiny beads off the floor of my craft room. Thankfully I do have a mat under my chair which is smooth and made it quite easy to, you know, get them. I did have to use some tape at one point to get them up, but yeah, I did manage to get them all up after that. Yeah. The flower journal swap that I did, my journal came today, and my goodness, it is absolutely beautiful. I have to bring it on and show you. The lady that made it is so nice, and she's been so, you know, so nice, chatting away to me, telling me that it was on its way, and she sent it yesterday. She only lives up the road from me, actually. She doesn't, I bet she only lives about an hour away from me, so yeah, I'll have to see if I can go and visit her or something, or if we could meet up halfway or something like that. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to go and meet someone who, you know, does similar to you, wouldn't it? Yeah, we've been chattering away to each other, and I left a video in the journaling group that the swap was for, and she was really pleased with my video that I did, and she was pleased that I was thrilled with the journal. I really was so pleased with it, and she packed it beautifully and sent me some lovely things, you know, extra bits that she didn't have to send. Yeah, she did. There was lovely, like, tags and little clusters. There was a couple of corner pockets. Really lovely it was, really lovely. So I was really, you know, delighted with it. I really was. I'll have to do a flip through of it, won't I? I don't think she'd mind, because I think it's absolutely beautiful. Now for this one, I've got some music paper. It's not actual music paper, it's like, I got this book that had all different papers in it, and this was one of the papers that it had in it, and I use it for usually for putting on the back of words. You know, I like to, sometimes when I put a word on something, I like to put a little backing on it, so yeah. I think I might have to put some more glue in here soon. I'm running out. What I could do with is a big one, you know, one of these, a big one with this kind of nozzle on, but I can't seem to find one. These are the biggest ones I can find, and yeah, they're a bit of a... They soon run out of glue. Never mind, at least I, you know, I don't sort of waste the glue because I only put a little bit on at a time, don't I? Proper growling at me, this is. Ooh. So 2 more to do. Yep. It's a good way of recycling, isn't it? These books that have got pages torn out of them and, you know, would have gone in the bin if I hadn't have... I mean, I don't throw books in the bin because I use the pages for the, like I say, to go on the back of my words sometimes. But yeah, this brown paper, I actually do sometimes use that as pages in a journal. I'm a bit too crinkled up, didn't I? We'll have this one that's got the... I know some people like the threads on, but I'm not a thread on kind of person. I don't like it. I like my threads off. I do cut my threads off. There we go. Right, and then all my threads are real, all over the shop. So yeah, I went and got me night guard. I'll see what that's like tonight. I said I must be grinding my teeth in the night and it's catching my cheeks apparently. But I know when I'm eating sometimes, you know, I'm always getting blisters in my mouth, like blood blisters and things like that. And I've got white, like, scars down the insides of my cheeks from, well, I think it must be from me catching them. I don't know. I didn't realise how bad it was until he actually got a, you know, a mirror and showed me, and so I thought, crikey, that does look pretty nasty. And he has actually referred me to the hospital to have the inside of my mouth looked at because he thought it was so bad. Yes. So I've got 2 more to do for the thing in the junk journaling group. So I want one with zigzag stitching and one with straight stitching, I think. Because the one I've done already has the drawn on stitching on it. So I need 2 more bird ones. So shall we try some? I might try some vellum actually. Let me find some vellum out. So I've got this one that's really nice. It sounds nice as well, doesn't it, when you're scrunching it? I love vellum. Let's have that one and let's see what else we've got. We don't want... Oh, they're vellum as well. Like you could put a bird on those, couldn't you? Easily, or even a flower. have got some scraps of vellum. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, some of these aren't even vellum, I don't think. No, I don't think they are vellum. Have these mushroom ones that are vellum. Look how gorgeous that one is. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, we could have some smaller sheets, couldn't we? So what have we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Couple more maybe. Just in case you don't like. You know, they need to be right, don't they? And maybe we'll just have one that's clear. Yeah. Right, first we want to put something on the back of there. So let's see, I think we could cut that into 4, you know. And it's for the texture more than anything I want to put it on. I want to still be able to see through that. Yeah. I could easily cut this into 4. If not even a bit more than that. Yeah, it doesn't even need to be half, does it? It needs to be about that big. Yeah, and then a bit off the end. I'm going to screw that up as well. And then I think on this like plainer paper I'm going to find a really colourful bird to go on it. Yeah. So let's glue that on. Use my glue mat. Just to give it a bit more texture and a bit more of a crunchy sound when you're moving it. Can you hear it? Yeah, I love it, I love it. And now I want to find, I'm going to find a bird sticker. I've got some that are transparent like that. Actually that looks quite good, doesn't it? I've got some from my antiquarian sticker books. I've got some that are just stickers. That's quite nice, the robin, isn't it? I could go around it with some, if there's not two there, you know, maybe it's just a thick sticker. I've got ones like this, a bird in flight. That's pretty, isn't it? That is really nice actually, I do really like that. And you could have take flight or use your wings or something like that on with that one, couldn't you? I like that. I think I'm going to go with that one. I found some little plain tags as well, look. That string needs cutting a bit shorter and possibly... Oh, it's stuck in, I couldn't get it out. Possibly need a bigger tag, don't we? There we go, that will fit into there. And that can be written on both sides. I'm going to use one of my little hole reinforcers on here. And if I can actually open the packet and get one out. There we go. they work so well. I love it. It's recycled again, this is, and the bit of card that I'm using is a piece of card that was left over from a project, so again, recycled. The only bit that's not recycled, of course, is the sticker. Pop that on there. Yeah, I made these out of some packaging, because it's nice thick packaging and it's got a shiny finish to it. Yeah, love that. And I've got my string here, so I can cut my piece of string off and put that through. Do we need to put something on here? Let's chomp the corners of it just at the bottom. And then we could put a little picture on here, couldn't we? Maybe a little flower or something. Here's some flowers. Oh, that looks quite pretty actually, doesn't it? Let's take that off there. Let's do the edges of it, because they're a bit of a strange colour. Then we'll glue the back of it because it's not very gummy. Right, let's find our words, because we need a word on here, and I think I'm going to put a word across the bottom of there just to finish it off. So what words have we got? Courage, forgive. I want something like take flight. There's adventure, wonder, inspire, faith, blessed. Flourish is a good one. Yeah, I would like, on the bottom of there, I'd like to take flight or use your wings, something like that. On the bottom of here, something like sparkle, magical, miracle. Let's have flourish. Flourish is one of my favourite words, so we'll have flourish because it is a flower. And we can use a bit of this leftover paper here. So I'm going to stick that onto my leftover paper. Like that, and then I'm going to just tear around it, try and keep an even border around it. There we go. There we go. Look at that, that's turned a plain tag, I think, right on the back there still, into a little journaling tag, and pop that in there, no problem. And I just want a word to go across the bottom of here. You know, these are literally just words, and I could do with a phrase. Let me see if I can find a phrase. I do have some of these. What colour do we need? Maybe blue? I've got some in a bluey colour, I think. Today is a good day. Find joy in the ordinary. Don't forget to fly. That's the perfect one, isn't it? Yes. Oh, that's lovely. I'm really pleased with these. So that's 2 done. Let's do another bird one, and then I think we'll go on to a different one. Just use a little snippet of the venom rather than vellum. There we go. You get that tactile feel with it as well, don't you? And the sound of it when it moves. So let's glue that onto there. And now seeing this little blue bird in here, it's like a purpley blue. Although we have, I think all my birds are blue, aren't they? Yeah, maybe we ought to have a different colour to blue. Yeah, that does look pretty though, doesn't it? Oh, look at this pink one though. This one is a little bit like a, it's not a robin, I don't think, but... Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? Oh, look how lovely that is. I'm going to ink the edges. Not very sticky, we'll put a bit more glue on there. There we go, and then phrase for the bottom of there. There is beauty in simplicity. There is indeed. That is lovely. Just need a tag to go in there. I'm thinking a craft coloured one would be good. Because my craft coloured ones aren't big enough. Let's see what colour I have got in here. These were £1.50, 10 tags for £1.50, and they come in an assortment of colours. Thinking a yellow or a pinky colour. There's a yellow one there, look. Let's go with that one. I'll take that ribbon off it. I'm not a fan of that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it just doesn't look quite as rustic and as I want it to. And then I'm going to put one of my tags on it, one of my holes, what do you call it, hole saver, something, you know what I mean, don't you? For a change. I've got some gorgeous butterflies. I was thinking, oh, a yellow one would be nice, but yellow on yellow, actually that does look really pretty, doesn't it? Yeah. We're going to have a yellow one. A yellow one on a lemon background, that is. Yeah. I was thinking, that's not going to work, but it does work really well, doesn't it? Always try out and see. You just never know what's going to work, do you? Now, am I putting it upside down? Let's put it this way. I always put them that way, you know, and someone said to me the other day that it was upside down. I thought, is it upside down? Don't think it really matters with the butterfly, does it? I always put them upside down. I actually think they look like they're in flight if they're upside down, or the other way up. So let's find a word on a yellow background, or on a cream. I'm thinking cream. you could see the state of my desk, honestly. Right, I could have be kind, choose joy. Peace, be amazing, find yourself, dream bigger. I'm thinking be amazing. Let's have be amazing. We need some writing paper behind it. I think we could have, yeah. Yeah, I have a little bit of that behind it. These little extra little touches make all the difference, I think, so it's worth doing. Only this time I think I'm going to cut it out rather than tear it out. There we are. Bit of glue on the back. This glue up here hasn't dried yet, look, let's just give it a rub. Put too much glue on there, I did. It's not unusual for me to get too much glue on something. There we are. Right, so there. String through the top of the tag. Lovely, so we've got three. We've got the 3 bird ones ready for my swap in the group. Really pleased about that. Now let's have a bit of fun and do something different with the next one. We're not having a bird on this one, we're going to have something different. Let's see what vellum we can have, because I am really liking the vellum. I love that one, but it's going to be way too big, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. These are quite big as well, aren't they? And they're covering up the whole page. I'd have to cut them down, wouldn't I? I did really like the flower vellum, you know. I think I'm going to use that again. I've lost my scissors. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on there, so this one is not for the swap, so I can do whatever I want on this one. I can do whatever theme I want. And I'm wanting to put a fairy or a mermaid on there. So let's see. Yep, I'm going to ink the edges because they're a bit white. And I think I can ink them till the cows come home. It's not going to make a lot of difference because it's really shiny. Let's de-shine her a bit by inking the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. And then as soon as you touch it, look, the ink comes off because it's shiny. But we tried. So our fairy will go on there like that. We will find a nice phrase to put underneath the fairy. There we go, believe in yourself. And then I've got this tag to go in there. It doesn't need a string on it, but what I do need to do is just make it a tiny bit narrower. It's a little bit too... And then I'm going to get my corner rounder. I don't think I can fit that in there to do that bit, no. But that will fit into there nicely. It doesn't need anything else on it. So that's lovely, and that's going to go into Gainer's journal. I'm going to find somewhere to put that in Gainer's journal because I think it's just lovely. I love those, and I think Gaynor will like it too. So let's quickly do one more and then we'll call it a do. I'm going to do a plain one. I'll finish the others off another time, but yeah. I'm going to do a flower on this one, I think. Look how gorgeous that is. Yeah, I could just put some plain vellum behind it and put that on there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Here's the plain vellum. So we need to cut a bit off the bottom. And a bit off the side. There we are. Remember, the vellum is for texture and scrunchiness. That's what it's for. It's for the scrunch factor. It's not for anything else. So, glue. I'm making a shabby chic journal for a swap, so this can go into there. I'm going to use this glue on it. I don't want to squash it and it's a bit shiny, so. Right, word to go on the bottom. Shall we have inspire? Do you like the word inspire? Oh, isn't that lovely? I love that. That's going in the shabby chic journal, and I need a quick tag to go in there. Now this one, look. That will be perfect in there. It doesn't need the top cutting. Although I might round the corners. Yeah, round the... Oh, let's give them fancy corners. Because I've lost my other corner rounder, to be honest. Yeah. And I think that'll do on its own. I don't think it needs anything else. So we have made 5, and I shall carry on making some more after the video. So we've got a floral one, a fairy one, and then the 3 bird ones. So I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration from it. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.